Okay, this is a reaction video from Lost in the Pond. 5 soft drink brands I only encountered after moving to America. Now, like most of these, I've never seen this before. I don't know what he's going to be talking about, but 5 soft drink brands I only encountered after moving to America. Now, one thing I do know he's going to talk about because it says, looks like it's Mountain Dew. But let's take a look.
I know there's a lot of Mountain Dew fans out there. I'm not picking a fight with you or the company. And in any event, I'm not the person to take advice from. I come from a country that puts fries on bread. Hello, I'm Lawrence, and I'm on a quest to uncover all of the memos that Britain and America lost in the pond, and one of those memos pertains to fizzy drinks, or pop, or soda, or canned tooth decay.
Or soft drinks.
Of course, growing up in Britain, I'm no stranger to bad teeth, nor to the fact that both countries know a thing or two.
Yeah, that is something I've heard about Britain, is that you guys all have bad teeth over there. I think the Simpsons did a thing, the Big Book of British Smiles, in which you guys had, just horrendous teeth. Is that really true? I feel like you're talking to somebody who's never been there before. I've met people who are from England. They seem like they have good teeth to me. But, let me know.
About soda. For its part, Britain revels in some of its own brands, but there are own brands and then there are own brands. And then, of course, Britain has brands of soda from the very country I've now lived in for 12 years. And this includes some of the big names like Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, Fanta, and Listerine mouthwash. What do you mean? Of course we can include it. Listerine mouthwash is readily available all across the UK.
Well, that's good to know. If I ever need Listerine and I'm ever in the UK, I know I can go get some.
But there are certain sodas, and by sodas I'm using the broad definition of carbonated beverage, that America is either keeping to itself or hadn't had the courtesy to introduce me to them while I lived in Britain. In other words, this video is all about those soda brands that I only encountered after moving to America.
Mr. Pibb is a poor man's Dr. Pepper.
One of the very first drinks that I had in the United States of America after the tequila was a bottle of Mr. Pibb. Mr. Pibb, thought I, isn't that interesting? A drink with a person's name and title in the title. Wherever seen that before? Well, it turns out that Mr. Pibb is Coca-Cola's answer to Dr. Pepper.
Like I said.
In fact, I was reading today that when it first launched, it did so under the name of Peppo, prompting Dr. Pepper to sue Coca-Cola for trademark infringement. Funnily enough, no such lawsuit was brought forth by the similarly named Pepto-Bismol, which also tastes like medicine. And I like how Dr. Pepper is somehow okay with Mr. Pibb, which sounds like Dr. Pepper's less qualified cousin. That said, Dr. Pepper, to which I was once horribly addicted, enjoys a successful life in Britain, whereas Mr. Pibb was presumably refused entry. When it comes to UK immigration, it pays to have a doctor.
It's not a bad drink. I've had it before on many occasions, but like I said, it's a poor man's Dr. Pepper. If you have Dr. Pepper and you like Dr. Pepper, chances are you're going to want to drink Dr. Pepper. You're not going to want Mr. Pibb.
But what makes my first encounter with Mr. Pibb intriguing is that it was discontinued 7 years before I moved.
It was discontinued and brought back
to the United States. So how did you do that then, Lawrence, asks Uncle Toby. Was it time travel? Not on this occasion. First of all, upon its discontinuation, it was rebranded as PIBB Extra. But that doesn't make any sense to me because I distinctly remember being introduced to a Mr. Pibb, and no, there were no handshakes because the fizz would have gone everywhere. Well, apparently Mr. Pibb was and is still in circulation in some states. Now, of course, it's entirely possible that
nobody calls it PIBB Extra. Nobody's ever called it PIBB Extra. Everybody always called it Mr. Pibb.
In 2020, my current state of Illinois and my previous state of Indiana now only stock PIBB Extra, but I wouldn't know. Because, and this is an important piece of information, I gave up soda in 2014. And I also don't obsess over the branding of fizzy drinks until today. That said, while you won't find a drink with a Pibb in it in most places in the world aren't Japan.
Coke Zero. Zero sugar in the Coke.
From Hero to Coke Zero, this is one of those Coca-Cola brands with which I wasn't familiar until I moved to Indiana. And really that's just down to timing, something ironically that YouTube user Prince William Official thinks I have zero.
And let me know if any of these have been brought back, or not brought back, but have been introduced to the UK, if you can get some of these.
Zero of. Because in the United States, Coke Zero was launched just a couple of years before I moved here. And when I moved here, the United Kingdom, while by no means having zero Coke, had zero Coke Zeros. In the intervening years, this has apparently changed, so for once, both my British and American viewers know what I'm talking about. Second thoughts, don't comment on that. So what is Coke Zero? Well, it's basically Coca-Cola that claims to be sugar-free. Essentially, it's the drink I thought I was making at the age of 9 when I poured Coca-Cola through a sieve to extract all the sugar. It just ended up tasting like liquid metal cough drops.
Now, Royal Crown Cola, that was actually big in the 70s. Not really big, but it was like a third option, one of the bigger. You had Coke, you had Pepsi, and then other people had RC Cola. Last time I tried RC Cola, I did not like it at all.
No matter where you look, it seems like every single soft drink has its cheap alternative knockoff. Dr. Pepper has Mr. Pibb, Pepsi has Diet Pepsi, and in America, Coca-Cola has RC Cola. And I say in America, but it turns out that this alternative is available in 67 other countries, none of which are the United Kingdom. On the one hand, this is ironic because
it's actually a good thing. I don't know if you guys would like it. Like the last time I had it, I tried it. It had been a long time since I tried it, and I remember liking it, but I guess they've changed the formula because it didn't really taste very good. Or maybe my taste buds have changed, but it wasn't very good.
letters RC stand for Royal Crown. On the other, it would be difficult to market this drink in Britain because RC sounds like RC. As for the drink itself,
RC?
it did originate.
Maybe it could be for my club, Arsenal. RC. There you go. Found a way to do it.
In the United States, and what does it taste like? Well, have you had Coca-Cola?
Then again, I also know what some of you probably Spuds fans are thinking by RC, thinking the arse. So go to hell.
It's like somebody took that and disguised it with a comedy mustache. It's basically one of those drinks that gets relegated to being a chaser, which in some ways can be beneficial for that drink because you get so plastered you think it's amazing. And then you tell everybody on Twitter about it at 4 a.m. Now, I've just realized it is possible that if you're reading my tweets at that time of the morning, you might be the sort of person that consumes this.
Monster Energy, that's an energy drink. That's, oh my God. That if you have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and you're just not with it, you swig some of this, that'll wake you up pretty quick. Won't keep you up, but it'll get you up.
My first job in the United States was working as a call center agent. And for anybody that doesn't know, working in a call center is all about metrics. So how many daily calls are you taking? How frequently are you resolving?
How many calls are you taking? How frequently you're taking the calls? How long are the calls that you're taking? They have all different acronyms or things for what the AHT, average handle time, things like that. So if you ever work in a call center, yeah, it's a pain in the wazoo.
Solving your customer's issue. And good grief, Josh is taking his 9th toilet break. But there's one metric that stood out to me more than most: the amount of staff members drinking something called Monster Energy. What are all of these tins with what looks like a graffitied version of the letter M? Is this a nightmare version of McDonald's? So I inquired, and the general consensus seemed to be that this was an awesome alternative to coffee. The problem was, people were so busy focused on the energy part, they forgot that it also turns you into a monster. It's like most energy drinks. When I lived in the UK, I was addicted to Red Bull because it did give me a buzz. It did give me an energy surge for 2 hours. And then the crash sets in. And speaking of crashes, not even the 2008 recession could stop Monster from taking over Britain. Now it does sound like a nightmare. The point is, Monster, while it hasn't actually taken over Britain, does now have a presence there. And for anybody wondering, this is probably helped in large part by the fact that Monster sponsors just about every extreme sport under the sun.
Some of that stuff doesn't taste very good, but it does wake you up. But then, yeah, right, when you come down, you're like, it's not a good thing to take, in my opinion. But hey, if you like it or you want it, more power to you. It's a free country.
Britain, for its part, is more than happy to consume these extreme sports, as well as green things, as evidenced by this.
Mountain Dew. Now, you guys don't have that over there in England. We have it in America.
Well, that was a weird segue, Lawrence. I thought Mountain Dew wasn't available in Britain, hence its inclusion in your thumbnail. And to Uncle Toby, who's probably writing that as we speak, I say, fair point, and shut up. Because caveats are a chief ingredient of this very entry. Firstly, let me just state that my very first encounter with Mountain Dew, or as Hoosiers call it, Mountain Dew, or just Dew, was very early on in my time living in Indiana, and how best to describe it, I'm not really sure. But tastes vaguely but not strongly of lemon and or lime. It was sort of middle of the road, or should we say,
It has a unique taste. I don't know how I would describe it. Lemon or lime. I mean, let's see what it's proclaimed to proclaim to be anything. No, not that I can. Well, all the things that aren't good for you, no question about that. Citrus acid, natural flavor, blah blah blah. But yeah.
Center of the mountain trail. It was neither the reason I gave up pop nor an incentive to go back to it. It's just there. I know there's a lot of Mountain Dew fans out there. I'm not picking a fight with you or the company. And in any event, I'm not the person to take advice from. I come from a country that puts fries on bread. But I also come from a country, I discovered today, that has flirted.
I've only seen one restaurant. I forget the name of it up in Cleveland that puts their fries on bread. It's like you get the sandwiches. And there's probably other places in the United States that do this. You order a sandwich and they put the meats and everything like that on the bread, and then instead of putting the fries to the side, they put the fries on top of the meats and then cover it up and you eat it like that.
With Mountain Dew. Firstly, it was apparently released in the United Kingdom in 1996, presumably to little fanfare, because it was phased out in 1998. However,
so I guess you guys did have it. Did any of you guys try it?
I was today years old when I discovered that a different tasting drink by the name of Mountain Dew has been available in the UK since 2010.
Okay, so it is there.
That's it for this episode. Let me know in the...
Well, so, I mean, I think 3 of the 5 drinks that he said are only encountered at... Well, okay, I thought they said they were only in America. I guess only encountered after moving to America. So I guess they are in Great Britain. Oh, it's interesting.
Comments below if you think I should have that version of Mountain Dew shipped over here so I can compare the two, thus lifting temporarily my abstinence from soda pop. If you like what you see here and you're specifically into pictures of my cat, why not follow me on Twitter at LostInThePondUS, and as ever, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that my videos don't get lost in the pond.
Okay, yeah, I guess I didn't read that. 5 soft drinks I only encountered after moving to America. So some of these are in the UK, which is nice to know. And if you do like, because I said, I am wondering, do they taste different over there? I guess they probably would, because they probably have different rules and regulations about that. But hey, that was interesting. 5 soft drink brands I only encountered after moving to America. This is Lawrence, Lost in the Pond. Please click like, share, and subscribe for him. And please click like, share, and subscribe for me as well. Have a good rest of your day, and thank you for watching.